אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
In a world plagued by violence and extremism, where blind fanaticism governs ideologies, Zionism has brought out the ugliest in the human race. There emerges a critical need to rediscover the noble values of Islam. This documentary takes you on a journey to explore the rich heritage of Islamic civilization, shining a light on the significance of tolerance, openness, and the pursuit of knowledge, which the enemies of values and virtue spare no effort to hide from the world. Hollywood and other Western entertainment industries have played a role in perpetuating anti-Islamic stereotypes through films and television shows. Misrepresenting Islamic figures without accurate depiction reinforces negative perceptions. The founder and CEO of UK Muslim film, Sajid Varda, traces the inspiration for this initiative to the post-9/11 era, where the portrayal of Muslims in the media became increasingly problematic.
And it was really set up as a response to what I was seeing being part of the industry, I suppose, pre and post 9/11, which is really, that really was a marker for the way in which Muslims and Islam were now being depicted. It was always in a negative light. So if you look at a lot of studies, research which has been done about movies even before that time, there was never any positive representations of Muslims and Islam in any way, shape or form. But it got worse after 9/11 because now we were seen as the new, I suppose, the new evil. But what they weren't seeing is the real world impact it was having and does still have on us today.
He believes that the mass media, particularly film and television, holds significant power in shaping public perception, and that the misrepresentation of Muslims contributes to the rise of Islamophobia.
UK Muslim film really was as a result of saying, right, we need to challenge these stereotypes, these negative stereotypes with the industry, and we need to say to them, look, one is there are so many wonderful, beautiful stories that could be told, and you're not telling them. Why is it that you're really just fixed and focused on this one narrative, which is four things? That Muslims are terrorists, Muslim men are misogynists, Muslim women are oppressed, and Islam is a threat to the West. Those are probably the four key tropes that we're always seeing.
ما لكم خائفون؟ ألا تعلمون أنكم آمنون على دمائكم وأموالكم وأعراضكم في معابدكم وبيوتكم وفي أسواقكم؟ تعال تعال هيا أكمل. تعال ولا تخف. أكمل. هيا.
Centuries ago, Islamic societies flourished in the face of adversity, presenting a pure image of Islam that embraced diversity, coexistence, and intellectual curiosity. Despite facing external threats from empires like the Persians, Romans, and Mongols, Muslims showcased a remarkable openness to other cultures and faiths. At the heart of Islamic values lies the crucial principle of tolerance, the ability to accept differing beliefs and engage with them positively. A historical review reminds us of that Islam once thrived on intellectual diversity, with scholars translating the works of ancient Greek philosophers alongside Persian literature.
ما جئنا لنفسد في الأرض ولا لنسفك دماءكم أو نظلم أحدا منكم، إنما جئنا لنخرجكم من عبادة العباد إلى عبادة رب العباد. من له مظلمة فليرفعها لنا، لننصفه ونرد له حقه.
Fast forward to the present day, where the brave Islamic resistance in Gaza stands as a testament to sacrifice and resilience. Leveraging the power of media, they expose the extremist Zionist agenda and reveal the truth about their crimes against humanity. The Gaza fighters not only cared for the lives of the prisoners, but also the lives of the animals, and provided them with all possible comforts during their time in captivity.
Physically, I feel fine. I was also checked in the hospital that I arrived, and I am completely fine. Mentally, well, it was quite the journey, and it was a hard experience. Currently, I feel, well, not okay, but I don't feel, traumatized. I don't feel like I can't sleep, but it is a hard experience. It will take quite a while to sink in.
Another story of Yocheved Lifshitz, an 85 years old who was one of the Israeli captives who's been released by the armed wing of Hamas earlier, has been telling her story.
My mom is talking about coming there. When they arrived into a large hall in which about 25 hostages were gathered, and after 2 or 3 hours, those hostages, 5 of them, she among them, were taken into a separate room. My mom is saying that they were very friendly towards them, and that they took care of them, that they were given the medicine. That they were given medicine, and they were treated. One of the men with them had a badly injured from a motorbike accident on the way, and the paramedic was looking after his wounds. He was given medicine and antibiotics. That the people were friendly, that they kept the place very clean.
Delving into the Quranic teachings, we discover that the foundations of tolerance are embedded in verses that encourage believers to respond to differing views with kindness and understanding. The Quran promotes open dialogue and peaceful coexistence. For example, in addressing the believers, did not ignore mentioning the statements of disbelievers and polytheists. Instead, it explicitly stated them, even those that challenge the divine essence. The Quranic discourse opened up to mention and respond to these statements, as exemplified in verses such as,
وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا سُبْحَانَهُ بَل لَّهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ كُلٌّ لَّهُ قَانِتُونَ وقالت اليهود يد الله مغلولة وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله.
In this lies an Islamic foundation for an approach of openness towards others, studying them, understanding their motives and their beliefs in the context of confidently and strongly responding to them. This cannot be achieved without a deep understanding of the other party and a genuine study that embraces the principle of initial acceptance to explore opposing opinions and then the ability to respond to them in a strong and thoughtful manner. On the other hand, the Quranic discourse solidified the principle of tolerance as a fundamental pillar of the lenient Islamic structure, emphasizing its importance as a significant social value that promotes the unity of the Muslim community and protects its cohesion from conflict and collapse. The Quranic discourse established the foundation of tolerance on the principle of repelling evil with what is better.
ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم.
Also, by arguing with what is better.
ولا تجادلوا أهل الكتاب إلا بالتي هي أحسن إلا الذين ظلموا منهم وقولوا له مسلمون.
In addition, the Quranic command to remind without compulsion,
فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر.
even when the Quran commanded jihad, the primary goal was to establish justice on earth.
إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون.
That according to Islam, Islam is a religion of justice. And justice can be established through peaceful means or warfare. Muslims have to exhaust every possible peaceful mean. Only if they fail to establish justice through peaceful means, they will unfortunately go to war. But they have to exhaust every possible peaceful mean. And the verse is crystal clear in the Quran.